Thanks to Tokyo Game Show, we now know much more about Fox Hunt, the multiplayer component to Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Fox Hunt launches on October 30th, a full 2 months after the release of Delta. We also got to see the 2 different game modes Fox Hunt is comprised of and how they work. Unfortunately, the stream was entirely in Japanese with no translation to any other languages, but I will attempt to explain how things work as best as I can. A typical match in Fox Hunt starts with this screen showing your duo along with all of your opponents. During this time, the game randomly selects one of the 2 game modes and one of the 3 new maps at random. Both modes feature 6 teams comprised of 2 members each for a total player count of 12. As you can see, animal ranks are returning in some way, shape, or form, and they are displayed for everyone to see before the match. Your player card seems to be based off of the current skin you have equipped. More on what skins are a little later. After showing you and your duo partner briefly, the match begins. As mentioned, there are 2 modes. The one we're looking at right now is called Survival Capture. The objective here is to find and collect at least 1 Keraton for both you and your partner. This must be done before the 3-minute timer for Phase 1, shown at the top of the screen, counts down to 0, indicating the end of Phase 1. The teams with at least 1 Keraton will progress to Phase 2, while those without any are Fultoned out of the game permanently. There are 4 phases players must get through in order to win the match. It's important to note that the total number of Keraton decreases as you progress through the phases. Phase 1 has 12 total Keraton, but as shown here, Phase 2 only has 8. Players can hold on to multiple Keraton and even drop one for a friend, but keep in mind they take up room in your very limited inventory. The reason why you would want to hoard more than just 1 Keraton is to minimize the chance that your opponents get their hands on their own. Killing players makes them drop their entire inventory, including Keraton. It has been confirmed, however, that both modes have unlimited respawns, so the only real way to eliminate other teams is by making sure they don't have any Keraton by the time the phase timer expires. This creates a nice balance between having to complete the objective by either playing passively, making sure you and your partner each have 1 Keraton, or by playing aggressively by running around and scooping up Keraton to knock other teams out of the running. The other mode switches out collecting Keraton for a zone control style objective based around Gakko. In this mode, there are various Gakko placed around the map. Interacting with them opens up a zone indicated by this yellow barrier. Players must be in one of those zones as the phase timer hits 0, or else they are eliminated. Keep in mind, in Phase 1, there are 6 zones, 1 for each duo. However, if players opt for a more aggressive playstyle, they can take over another team's zone as the timer is counting down. You can also do this passively by hiding in another team's zone as the timer expires, meaning multiple duos can technically share a zone. As the phases continue, the total amount of zones gets lower and lower, which means eventually remaining teams will have to fight over control of the limited zones. In both modes, players can take advantage of a new ability called Naked Sense. Essentially, activating this ability focuses your senses and allows you to see items, food, and even other players through walls and other obstacles. This also marks players on your minimap. If this seems insanely overpowered, it's because it is. However, there are some drawbacks and counterplay to Naked Sense. Firstly, activating Naked Sense drains your stamina quickly. Without stamina, you will be very easy to knock out, and you will be at a major disadvantage without the use of your own Naked Sense. This forces players to stop and eat, leaving them in a vulnerable position. Secondly, if someone is using Naked Sense near you, depending on your actions at the time, you may have a quick second in which this exclamation mark appears above your head, allowing you to equip your AT camo, effectively countering Naked Sense's marking ability. Just keep in mind that if you're performing an action that's too loud, indicated by this bar under your stamina, you will be much easier to sense, and you might not be able to counter Naked Sense at all. Alongside Naked Sense, there are various weapons and items players can find to aid them in battle. Players spawn in at the beginning of every match with only a knife in their inventory. which makes scavenging for a way to defend themselves crucial to success in Fox Hunt. As we can see from this shot, the weapon naming conventions from Metal Gear Solid 5 are back. Weapons also have different rarities indicated by the color of their border. Presumably, the higher the rarity, the better the weapon's accuracy and firepower. High rarity weapons also have a chance of including attachments like scopes. It also seems like players will be able to use 3 primary weapons along with a sidearm and thrown weapons like smoke grenades. Support items such as the cardboard box also have different rarities and give bonuses like armor as indicated by this purple bar above your health. There are also upgrade kits players can use to level up the rarity of their weapons, and little statues of Rex and Ray that take the place of the porno magazines this time around. Rations are there to regain stamina, and there are also life med pills to recover health. If you manage to win a match, you are rewarded with prize boxes. These can contain new radio preset voice lines, new poses for your character, variations of AT camo patterns, and most importantly, new suits and masks. These skins allow you to take the appearance of MGS3's iconic cast, allowing you to play as Snake, the boss, Eva, and even some of the supporting cast such as Major Zero and Paramedic. These look incredible, but they also have an effect on gameplay. Certain skins grant bonuses to your passive health and stamina regeneration. When you first play Fox Hunt, your character won't have access to many AT camo patterns until they level up as indicated by this screenshot. They also won't be wearing any skins, which means no bonuses to health or stamina either. As you progress and win matches, you may get lucky and unlock skins like this GRU officer, which when equipped gives you a small buff to both stamina and health as indicated by these green bars. Things like more stamina regeneration seem like they're incredibly strong since they allow you to regain stamina without having to stop and eat. The more you play, the more chances you have to unlock powerful skins. And rest assured, Konami has confirmed there is no way to buy skins with real money, so you'll have to earn them by grinding out the game. It has also been confirmed via the official Metal Gear Solid Delta website that the ability to create private lobbies and invite your friends into them is possible. There is also quite an extensive list of rules if you plan to create content for Fox Hunt, so make sure you read through them all. I'll have the website linked in the description box below, along with the original production hotline stream. Konami also provided the global times of release depending on your time zone. Fox Hunt seems like a blend of Battle Royale-esque systems combined with hide and seek and a little bit of team sneaking thrown in there as well. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about it. Personally, I still have a ton of questions, but it does seem like it could be a fun time for at least a little while. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.